These scents are as outrageous as my winged eyeliner. Hi, I'm Gabby and welcome back to another edition of the Fragrantician, where if you're different, if you're bold, if you're audacious, and if you are extra, like my cat Claude is, then keep on watching. So in today's video, I'm talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an honorary perfume. You didn't think I was just going to talk about 5 Tuberose scents that are outrageous, were you? Oh no. Here, I like to be different. So let's get started. So let's start with a classic. Vintage Georgio Beverly Hills. This is truly an outrageous tuberose. It surely is. It is. Oh, I've got something in my eye here. Yes, it's certainly outrageous. Do you wear Georgio Beverly Hills? It is an 80s powerhouse scent. I managed to procure this vintage one from the early 2000s. So it's kind of semi-vintage and it packs a punch. It is a tuberose unapologetic glamophile, if that's the word. Would you dare to wear it? Well, I would, because to me, it epitomizes, like all of the others here, the queen of white florals, the tuberose, that odd, strange looking white floral scent that really is unlike no other white floral. It's not like gardenia, it's not like jasmine, it's not like lily of the valley, it's none of those. It is, tuberose is not for the faint-hearted, I would say. It comes in many forms. This is a bright aldehydic tuberose. This isn't a bubblegum tuberose. And actually, none of these are really bubblegum tuberose, because I think that kind of tuberose scent, leaning towards it, lends to its quite friendly style. Tuberose can be leafy, green, pungent, indolic. It can be all of those without being that bubblegum feel, which I do own some, but Georgio Beverly Hills, it's a classic, believe you me. I am going to talk about the next one here, which is probably maybe a gothic tuberose, which is the original Poison by Dior, a vintage if you can get it. This is incense with stewed plums, but it's a smoky white floral tuberose. It is one of those that commands an audience. It is one of those that steals a show. It is one of those that you could wear dressed up or dressed down if you want to. If you just want to put on some shorts, high shorts, some fishnet stockings, and maybe even a pair of red heels and get on a motorbike, this is the scent for you to do. Oh, it's one of those that never fails to deliver. The new version kind of, it's there, but it's not as there and in your face and pungent and strong as the original Poison. So if you like Poison like I do, that's one hell of a bomb of a tuberose white floral scent. Moving on to one that probably I would say is one that I would wear at the Southampton docks when the ships come in, when the boys are in, when the sailors are in. This is The Board by TRNP, which sadly has now been discontinued, this scent. She makes scents in small batches in Sydney, Australia. Not only does this have tuberose, but it has vetiver, sandalwood. It also has some jasmine in there, jasmine grandiflorium, I think. But the tuberose, together with the vetiver and sandalwood, stands out. It's the girl waiting to be picked up. Yeah, she is. The sailors in suits are coming to get her. Oh, just think on that moment, shall we? This is an homage to the harlots, an homage to those queens of the night. The board is the name, and it's bawdy by name. I'm wearing this now, and I absolutely love it. Fantastic longevity, good sillage, all of these have fantastic longevity. They had to make the cut. I could have talked about lots more, but the board certainly is another one that I would recommend if you can still get your hands on it. The next one is probably, maybe, I would say, is the safest of tuberose scents. To some they would say, really? Which is Fracka by Robert Piguet. But it's a buttery tuberose, almost a soliflor. It's backed up by other notes, but to me, this is, again, maybe a bit of a gothic noir tuberose kind of scent that conjures up mystery and sensuality. It's alluring, it's inviting, it's indolic, it's all of those that's in this kind of like a time capsule. It's a time capsule of a scent. And by that, I mean it's vintage and retro from the 1940s and 50s when it came out just after the war. To me, this embodies strength. A lot of celebrities have worn this scent. Madonna was renowned to make a scent based on this called Truth or Dare, which I don't own, and I actually don't really think I do want to own, because the original Fracka actually is that. It is the original queen of that tuberose era that came into fashion. So if you like Fracka like I do, comment down below. I'm actually going to talk about the penultimate scent, which is, I've been toying with getting a vintage one, and my scent daughter in the House of Gabal, as we call it, has pointed me in several directions. I'm still not sure yet. I'm not sure. I don't know why I'm dithering. I have this, which is Amarige by Givenchy, which is backed up by other notes, but the tuberose is tuberose forward. All of these scents had to be tuberose forward. It is a 90s scent. All of these are powerhouse scents. I could have called this powerhouse tuberose scents. This is a reformulated version, but it still projects and has good longevity. Do I really need that vintage? I'm close to the edge, like this scent. This scent is one of those scents that I imagine actually Angelica Houston from the Addams Family wearing. I do. Amarige by Givenchy. Everybody was wearing it in the 90s. And it's just one of those sophisticated scents, classic and retro and vintage, and I adore it. And I've got an itchy nose, which I'm just going to itch here on camera like I do. But I'm going to talk about the queen of a gothic powerhouse, animalic. It's, if you're driving a Porsche, this Ferrari will pull up next to it. Tuberose Criminelle by Serge Lutens, which has sadly been discontinued. So hard and rare to find now. I'm so happy I've got this. I've always called this my magenta in a bottle from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's a crazy, psychotic scent. Actually, the lady in Harry Potter, this would be her scent. What's her name? Beatrix. Can't remember her name, played by Helena Bonham Carter. It's a psychotic tuberose. And that's why it's called criminal tuberose. It has this, it opens up almost camphorous. Well, it is camphorous and slightly medicinal. Projects like crazy and lasts like crazy. A powerhouse tuberose scent. I think this is a masterpiece. It's rubbery tuberose. It's like you've rubbed your fingers across the whole of the tuberose flower, the stem, and it's impregnated within you, and it just travels through your bloodstream to eternity. It's one of those scents that lasts eternal on my skin and projects like crazy. And it is not for the faint-hearted. And it's one of those that's addictive as well. Believe it or not, I have received compliments from wearing this. It's an unusual scent, unlike any other. Serge de Tons, Tuberose Criminelle, which had to be an honorary mention. What are your top, maybe gothic, but what are your top powerhouse tuberose scents? I wanted to include more. I could include more in another video if I wanted to. But what are yours? Comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. These scents are all outrageous, like me. And if you're outrageous, click the like button. And if you're even more outrageous, subscribe. So on that note, I will say thank you for watching another edition of The Fragrantician. Until next time, always make the change. Always stand up for what you believe in, because one voice, like these tuberose powerhouse scents, can change the world. Until then, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, my chickens.